This is Stephen with Gospel Nomad. So today I would like to talk about community and how you can play a part in being the miracle in the community. You know, God tells us, I think it is, Isaiah 33:16, that our bread and water will be sure. Now, don't take my word for it. I'd rather you guys look it up yourself so that you can see what God says directly from the Bible. But community is an interesting thing. How do you bring a community together? And the question is, are you ready, or do you want to be used by God in working in your local community? Not just online, not just through a computer screen or whatever form you're currently using. Now, one thing that can be used in bringing a community together, that seems to always bring a community together, is food, right? So one way you can reach people is by possibly having a potluck or a party for your neighborhood, because your neighborhood is your community. The people surrounding you, and they're probably watching you closer than you think. So, okay, yeah, he says he's a Christian, but what does that mean to them? And what does that mean to their life? How does your Christianity affect their life? So bringing a community together changes things for you, changes things for them. And again, one thing that brings a community together is food. Now, in this day and age, people have a tough time, and they don't always necessarily reach out or ask for help. So one way that is interesting, and that might be a way that you can be used by God, is after the party or whatnot, or potluck, let people know that you would like to start maybe a little spot in front of your house where people can anonymously pick up some food. Now, it doesn't have to be expensive food. We can start off by checking out or looking into buying a sack of rice, for instance, or a sack of dried beans. Now, I'm not talking about those small instant rice or beans. I'm talking about bulk, because if you're looking to do this long term, you want it in bulk. Now, prior to starting all this, I would suggest to start praying about it, asking God, how can He use you in the community? And so, for going along with the rice idea, a 50-pound sack of rice is about $20. At least here in Florida, it is. And so my suggestion is, after you create a spot in your front yard or wherever you would like to have this located, is taking a 50-pound sack of rice or beans or whatever, and putting possibly a pound of rice in a plastic Ziploc baggie. So 1 pound of rice is, that's 50 sacks of rice, little baggies of rice that you could put out for people and they can pick them up anonymously. I would also suggest in this area to possibly have a little container and ask for if people would like to pray, would like to leave prayer requests. Now, they can leave this anonymously, and you would be amazed how many people actually would do this, because there are a lot of hurting people. But once they see a difference, that you are willing to help people, not just saying, "Hi, how are you? Bye," and going to your house, but being able to reach people on a different level, being able to reach them in actually helping them out, things will change between you and your neighbors, and that will grow your community. They might not be so leery on coming up and saying, "Hey, I've got this problem," or "Can you pray for me?" Another way to build your community is someone needing help with their yard or whatnot. Yeah, I know we are busy, in our society, we're always on the go or whatnot, but there's instances where God will lead you to say, "Hey, go knock on such and such's door and see if you can reach them. See if you can help them that in a way that others might not be able to help them." So these are a few thoughts that I have. If you have any other thoughts, please leave it in the comment section below. I basically also put this what I've been talking about in blog form on my website, if in case you'd like to read it as well. It's called Community Miracle, same title as this vlog, or on Instagram or Facebook. Now, I would love to hear your suggestions, some things that you might have done or have been impressed to do in your neighborhood, or to do some outreach as well. And this, could be the beginning of a whole new way of doing things for you. I mean, Jesus fed 5,000 people with loaves and fishes from a little boy's lunch. 5,000 men, not including children and women at that point of time. So it could have been closer to 15 or 20,000 people. But let God lead. He has a plan and He wants to use you. So be open and allow Him to use you. This is Stephen with Gospel Nomad. Talk to you soon.